Hi, I'm Hayley Victoria and welcome back to my Crime and Policing channel. In today's session, we're continuing our investigations into property offences, and I'm still going on about the Theft Act 1968, although this time we're looking at something which was amended in the Fraud Act 2006. We're looking at going equipped for theft. So you might hear it as going equipped. I'm sure you've heard it on TV. If not, then it's about having something on you that's going to help you in your efforts on nicking something, basically. But as always, there's some real legislation that I need to go through with you, and I mention this website pretty much every video, right? Legislation.gov.U.K is where you're going to find all the up-to-date crime and policing legislation. I'm going to read it for you because I don't want to get any mistakes, as you know, and I want to make sure you know it word for word if you're using it for your studies. I know that some of you are studying to be police officers, special constables, you're studying at universities and colleges, so I want to make sure I'm telling you the right thing, okay? So, here is the definition. A person shall be guilty of an offence who, when not at their place of abode, has with them any article for use in the course of or in connection with any burglary or theft. Now then, going equipped is section 25 brackets 1 of the Theft Act 1968, and as I mentioned, that was amended in the Fraud Act 2006. But don't let all that baffle you, because when it comes to answering your questions about it, you just really need to know the points to prove. So I'm going to break it down for you in the different points to prove. Okay, so it is an either way offence. Now, if you remember when we talked about offence types, either way, it's also known as indictable, not indictable only. So it's kind of like a tiered system. You've got summary only, either way, or also known as indictable, gets confusing, or indictable only. Now, indictable only will only be seen in the Crown Court, and that's where you get your biggies, so like your murders, robbery, things like that. Then you get your indictable, which could go either way depending on the severity of the crime. So going equipped is an either way offence. And summary, you like most traffic offences, things that you don't really need a jury for. Do you know what I mean? So you've got your indictable, either way, summary only, and we're here in the middle in either way. And that because it depends on the severity of what you've done, what you've got, etc. So yeah, 3 years imprisonment is your maximum one here. So whatever you've got, etc., will be taken into consideration. Like every crime is different. You can never ever have two crimes that are the same. But what is the same and will always be the same is the law that sits underneath it, until it gets amended because we make it better. But these things are the same, and that's what's going to help you in making those judgments out on the street. So the points to prove, which is what we need to make certain we're charging someone for the right offence. Let's go back to the legislation. So, was not at their place of abode. What in the Charles Dickens does that mean? Well, a place of abode is where you live. Simple as that, really. So, where they are living at the time, at your place of abode. If you're in your own home, you can possess legally skeleton keys, bolt cutters, or anything else that you could use in connection with one of those crimes, but you're not guilty of anything because you're in your place of abode. Make sense? A place of abode could also include like a caravan or a boat or a camper van, because I know a lot of people are doing the van life thing these days. But it only counts as a place of abode when it's parked up and you're staying there, where you intend to, be at that time. When you're travelling about, it doesn't. So, there you go. Right, it makes it confusing, doesn't it? Especially if people are travelling here, there and everywhere. That's just what the law says, I'm afraid. So, any article, as we said, any article, what does that mean? Is that like the front page of the Daily Mirror? We all know how truthful that is. As it says, this can be literally anything. And it does not have to be something specifically designed to commit an offence. Think about things you might use to aid and assist you into, committing an offence, burglary or something like that. It could be like a crowbar, hammer, screwdriver. Lots of things can be used to gain entry into properties. It doesn't have to be something specifically designed, such as one of those glass hammers that you get in cars and things like that, to get into a property. Interesting, right? So when we're looking at aggravated burglary, it had to be weapon of offence, imitation firearm or explosive. Now we're looking at something different, so just keep that in mind. So has with them. We've already covered when you're not at your place of abode, any article has with them. That sounds pretty obvious, right? You've got it on you. It also extends further though. You may be carrying it might be in your vehicle, right? It could be in the same place as you and under your immediate control. So an example could be, let's say you do have a glass hammer in your car to escape your car if there's an emergency. I know that a lot of emergency vehicles have those. And you take it out of your car for whatever reason, you stick it in your handbag and you are out and about around town. Okay, why do you need that? You don't, okay? I know an example of this where it was pretty sketchy, to be honest. There was a vehicle pulled over and in the vehicle there was a screwdriver in the glove box. Why do you need that? You're in a car, why do you need a screwdriver? Now the defendant said that they bought it from Tesco earlier, didn't have time to take it in, they just chucked it in the glove box and closed it. Really? Because, apparently they bought it like 2 weeks previously. Like, you've not had 2 weeks to take the screwdriver into your house. Doesn't add up, does it? So it's under their immediate control, it's in the car. Equally, if you go out, say you buy a screwdriver in the shops, it's in your handbag and you leave it in there for however long, and you're not going to work where you might need it, you're not on your way home from the shops, it's in your bag otherwise, what have you got a screwdriver in your bag for? And that's the questions that they might ask. So yeah, you have it with you. Okay, it has with you. You've got it, okay? In the course of or in connection with. So you've got to prove there the intent. So using, we'll go back to mens rea again. The intent to do that, okay? You must be able to evidence the intention there too. Intention may be proved by careful observation or when you're questioning somebody. Let's think about some examples here then. So one example that I read was about when you have handbags and bags with like a secret compartment in them, which is specifically made to help when you are out shoplifting. If you do that, please don't, just buy it or, get some help. You don't need to go shoplifting. Anyway, some people may have false linings in bags to help them when they're shoplifting. So when people open it, they can see nothing in there. When in actual fact, a different lining where they've put the items. Now then, if you have that with you when you're out and about, right? What other intention have you got when you take that bag with you into, I don't know, say Selfridges, New Look or something, than to actually stick something in there? And that's the question you've got to obviously ask in interview. Yeah, so you're in a shop, you've got a specially designed bag to help you steal. There you go, something you've got to investigate and to help prove. Okay, so theft. If you can remember the definition of theft, I'll give you all a gold star. You've got 5 points to prove for that. So dishonestly appropriates property belonging to another with the intention of permanently depriving the other of that. Whew, it's a biggie. It's easy though. That is the one I can always remember is the Theft Act. And it also includes the offence of taking a conveyance. What does that mean, I hear you ask? It means twock. You must have heard of someone twocking a car. If you haven't, that's taken without consent, isn't it? Twock. Taken without consent. Not a pedal cycle, by the way, that doesn't count. If I've got a screwdriver in my coat pocket and I'm not going to or from work where I may need to have a screwdriver about my person, and I'm looking a bit shifty at someone else's house, which isn't mine, the window or the door, looking like I might be trying to get an entry, you can have some big question marks about what I'm doing, right? And it's up to you as the investigators to find out what's going on. So that's going equipped. Are you ready for that one again? So that's one last time, let's go through that definition. A person shall be guilty of an offence who, when not at their place of abode, so you're not at home, has with them, you got it with you, your immediate control, any article, could be out, for use in the course of or in connection with, you've got to prove the intent there, any burglary or theft. Section 25 of the Theft Act 1968. Thank you very much. Hope that makes sense. And yeah, stay safe, stay out of trouble, don't commit any crimes, and I'll see you soon. Bye.